All right, we are live, everyone. Hello and happy Thursday. Good evening, everybody. I'm so glad it's still light out and it's 6 p.m. Oh my gosh. This is Dana with Boutique NYC, and I am here with the lovely Sarah Pajaro from LiftLab Skincare. And thank you so much for joining. We're really excited about part 2 of our collaborative event with LiftLab Skincare and Dome Beauty. So last week, if you tuned in, we had, yes, Dome Beauty. We had Geneva Fong from Dome Beauty and Sarah. And today we're going to be talking about skincare, where last week we were talking about some makeup hacks. Today we're going to be talking about skincare and makeup for springtime and how, you can incorporate that as the season changes. So we are going to be speaking with Sarah, who is a licensed esthetician with LiftLab Skincare. She has a ton of knowledge about ingredients and skincare. And if you have any questions about skincare, Sarah is the one to ask. And I'm going to be on here as well, chiming in because I am, into the makeup side of things. So we're going to bring you best of both worlds with both skincare and makeup featuring LiftLab and Dome Beauty. We already have somebody saying, hi, Sarah. So hello, thank you so much for joining. And very important, we have a huge giveaway going on today featuring, yes, a big giveaway featuring LiftLab Skincare and Dome Beauty. Sarah's showing some of the products right now. This giveaway is worth $532, y'all. Really big giveaway. It's one of the biggest ones we've done so far. Sarah's showing some of the products. So how to enter, you can look in the comments. We left a comment so you can actually see how to enter. There's a quick form to fill out to enter the the giveaway. And you just need to be following Boutique, Dome Beauty, and LiftLab Skincare on Instagram and Facebook, and then enter in the form, and you are entered to win this huge, awesome giveaway. So stay tuned throughout. We'll be giving you reminders. And of course, if you have any questions for Sarah, or you can also ask questions to Geneva and Mare from Dome Beauty, and we can give you those answers as well. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'll be staying here as well, but I'm going to pass it over to Sarah to introduce the event and get started. So go ahead, Sarah. Very excited. Let's get started.
Thank you. So when we're talking about partnering with another company at LiftLab Skincare, we really like to make sure that we find someone who fits the bill of how we approach our skincare. And when we talk about LiftLab Skincare, it's all about real results, quality ingredients, no fillers, no preservatives like parabens that could cause issues. Of course, we have preservatives because we have liquid in our products, but we don't use preservatives that are irritating or cause a problem. We don't use pigments such as artificial color or synthetic fragrance that can cause allergic issues or irritation on the skin. We are a pure medical grade, real product that you will see and feel results with your skin. So when we found Dome Beauty, I was super impressed with their ingredients and the ability to apply makeup and also treat the health of the skin. So instead of saying you use your skincare to treat the skin and then makeup because you really like it, with LiftLab Skincare and Dome Beauty, we are treating the skin with high-grade peptides and quality actives in our skincare, and then also skin-loving ingredients in the makeup. So that's how we got to our collaboration today.
Yes.
Now, it is spring, and I am so ready to get out there and just
oh my God.
feel the wind in my hair. There are changes that not only we emotionally go through and start to feel like the antsiness of being indoors, but our skin changes too. Our body experiences that at so many levels. Today, we are going to talk about spring skincare. And the word I want to use with that is sustainable. I want to talk about a regimen that is sustainable in terms of us as the followers being able to maintain that regimen. When you talk about treating the skin with 5, 7, 8 steps, It's too much. I'm an esthetician and I don't do that many steps twice a day on my skin. So, sustainable spring skincare is a routine that you can follow morning and night. I'm asking less than 3 minutes twice a day for you to see an improvement in the skin. Now, we are taking the skin from forced heat, bundled up, colder wind, and just a lot of irritation and kind of survival through the winter months. And we're going kind of into the outdoors in a more comfortable lifestyle again. Windows open and fresh air and movement. So when we talk about skincare, transitioning from that more closed lifestyle to a little bit more movement, we want to first cleanse the skin. When we are talking about cleansing the skin, my all-time favorite, and I don't say this because I work for LiftLab, I work for LiftLab because of the fabulous ingredients in our products. So yes, as a professional skin therapist, I have seen literally people's lives change with this cleanser. And there is a secret to it. It does two different things that are very unique. Number one, it removes dead skin cells with a peptide. So all you have to do is cleanse your face like you normally do in circles. Our follicles are pointed down. So we need to cleanse in circles to remove debris out of our follicles and lift up the little baby vellus hair. Now, the peptide will break up the bond between dead skin cells. So we're not using something abrasive. We're not using something with chemicals. We're not using any irritants. So it doesn't matter what else you use at home. You could use prescription on the skin. You could have professional treatments. You could use a daily or weekly exfoliant. This cleanser is still compatible with your routine. The beautiful thing about it is a little goes a long, long way. Dana, you use this cleanser, right?
Yes, I do. And I love it because, like you said, it actually doesn't make my skin feel like really tight after I use it. Because a lot of cleansers make my skin feel tight, even though I do have oily skin in general. And this one doesn't do that. So I really like that factor about it.
But you see like the little amount, like a piece of
Yeah.
vegetable, just a dot. This is a paste when it first comes out. It's very concentrated. So I am dipping my hand in a bowl and adding water because I want to show you this is what you need to do in the shower or at the sink. You need to add water a couple times until your paste turns into a sudsy, slippery cleanser. See the difference? It's not pasty at all.
Yeah.
It should slip right around the skin. And then you rinse off with water. Absolutely no residue. So when your skin feels tight after cleansing, that means it overprocessed your skin. It stripped the skin trying to clean it. And that's still good because then we have to wait 8 to 12 hours for the body's pH to naturally adjust.
Right.
So during that 8 to 12 hours, while your skin is trying to get back to its natural pH, it's not receiving or working with any leave-on treatments that you put on because it just has to get back to its normal balance before it can renew or heal or treat anything else.
Right.
So when you cleanse with Detox Cleanser, you are also balancing oil levels. This is the second beautiful thing about this product, that if you have maybe oily and then drier or combination, or maybe some blackheads or congestion, but then flakiness, you can treat all of that with a cleanse when you use Detox Cleanser.
That's what I have. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. That's exactly what I have. I have an oily T-zone, and then randomly, like down here, I have some acne sometimes. I have, my cheeks can get dry, so it's pretty combo. And something like this is perfect because it covers all the bases, and I don't need, I think when I was doing cleansers, I felt like I need to exfoliate a lot because I'm oily, but then it's too harsh on other areas of my face. So that's perfect for somebody with combination skin, I think.
It is. And when we also talk about changing climates, changing our environment, whether it's indoors or it's outside, something that's going to help you adjust. So whether we go on vacation and it's warmer or maybe it's colder, you can use Detox Cleanser throughout the year, throughout the seasons, and it will treat that adjustment and that balance that the skin is always trying to find. Another tip is always take it down the neck, across the décolleté, and on the back of the shoulders. If you have maybe some ashy elbows from being in long sleeves in the winter, if you get some bumps or congestion on the back of the shoulders, keratosis pilaris on the back of the arms, you always have extra cleanser in your fingers after cleansing. Take it to those areas. Absolutely. Those peptides are going to treat any skin that you put this on. Men also love this cleanser because the peptides are going to break up the bond between the dead skin cells that are covering up their facial hair. So if you know anyone that experiences maybe some folliculitis or razor bumps, beautiful treatment.
That's a good winner, because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't think about that, and especially men as well. I mean, it's a great product for everybody.
It is. And also our teenagers use it. You know, their skin is temperamental and it's fluctuating all the time. This is, again, a way that you can treat some breakouts and you're not going to have, like you mentioned, Dana, that stripping with the skin. Yep.
Yeah.
So this is the only removable product that we're talking about today. Everything else, the rest of our skincare and our Dome Beauty makeup would be leave on until you're done wearing your makeup. And then, of course, you cleanse it off before you go to bed. So the last tip about our detox cleanser is if you do not have a makeup remover that you love, you can use this as your double cleanse. The first time you cleanse with that pea size, you use it the same way both times. The first time you cleanse, you're removing buildup on the skin, makeup, pollution, debris, perspiration, SPF. The second time, you're actually cleaning the surface of the skin, and that peptide is going to work to smooth the texture and help remove just the superficial dead skin cells.
Yeah, and I'm really glad you said that, because we have questions about that, and I used to wonder as well what the benefit of double cleansing was, and you just explained it great. That first time it really just gets all the surface level, the makeup, the dirt off, and then the second time is really when the ingredients are doing what they need to do in your skin and really deep cleansing. So that you gave a really great explanation just then. So yeah, highly recommend. That's a really awesome one.
Absolutely. And also, let's be real, sometimes that first cleanse doesn't break through everything.
Yeah.
And so we might have maybe in the crevices or around some different lines, or maybe in front of our ears. It always is appropriate at the end of the day to do a double cleanse, because there is a film on our skin, whether you wear makeup or not. There is, for sure. Now, hydrated skin is always in. We all, I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it did. We all have dehydration, whether we're not drinking enough liquids, whether we're consuming some caffeine to get through the day, whether we haven't had just quite enough sleep, whatever it is. Those little fine tissue paper lines on the skin, that's dehydration. Dehydration is lack of water in the skin. The body, although its main component is water, we're over 70% or 80% water in our bodies, it doesn't make water. So what does our body do when we don't have enough water? It makes oil. So do you ever see those dehydrated lines and then shine on the skin? And it's like, come on, go away.
All the time.
I've got you. So Lift and Fix Serum fixes dehydration. It fixes redness. It fixes inflammation. And let's remember, what is the key cause of premature aging? Inflammation. So even if our skin doesn't feel hot or irritated or look red, every time we step outside in the environment, or every time we go somewhere where our body's like, ooh, I'm not sure about this, this is new, you have inflammation inside, and the body is trying to decide how to react, and that could trigger the breakdown in our collagen and elastin. So Lift and Fix, super thin and lucid. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand so you can see how it just runs. Can you see how it moves on the skin?
Yeah, it's really, you can really see the texture like that, how it's very thin, and it looks very hydrating as well.
It is. It's like a drink for the skin. It soaks right in the skin, but it's not water. If you've ever had those water sprays that are supposed to refresh and hydrate, yeah, it feels good, but it doesn't do anything at a cellular level. Lift and Fix actually works in the skin. It binds moisture underneath the surface of the skin where our new cells are being made, and it won't be heavy or greasy, so it's appropriate for all skin types. Now, if you have any questions about dehydration, about redness, about anything we're talking about, please share that with us, because we definitely want to answer, or bring to light any topics that you think of while we're having our spring skincare discussion today. So Lift and Fix, this is also clinically proven to reduce redness in the skin by 95%. So if you use this in your daily routine as your serum before any other serum or moisturizer, because it's very thin, layer thin to thick, it will help prevent the inflammation that causes premature aging. So the way premature aging shows up on the skin: pigmentation, fine lines, wrinkles, rough texture on the skin, just the skin looking older. That all was originally caused by something that induced inflammation in the skin. So Lift and Fix will fix that for you.
Nice. And I want to ask this question right now so that you remember what the question was in reference to. So we do have a question about this product. So Andrea said, hi, Andrea. Andrea says, does that go on first before any other product? Can it be used elsewhere on the body?
Great questions, Andrea. Number one, yes, it's going to go on first 99% of the time, because it's going to be thinner than any of your other serums or creams. Whenever you're layering leave-on products, thin to thick. I always have one of these in the diaper bag or my beach bag or my purse. I use it on myself or my kids on a daily basis. So like in the winter when we're playing outside and maybe we didn't have the hat covering, or we didn't have enough moisturizer in our skin that day and we got a little windburn, immediately put this on the next day. It's gone. In the summer, if you miss a little spot with your SPF, or you're feeling hot, or the skin's getting red, I definitely put this on the legs, the arms, the back, the stomach. It's just not made to be ingested as typical skincare wouldn't be, so it doesn't go on any mucous membrane or internally. But like last year, one of my girls got a burn on her ear. And so I put it on the ear, and it immediately just starts to take the heat out of the skin and stop that inflammation and that issue. So like I have a lot of clients that use it before and after body waxing, brow waxing, facial waxing, leg waxing, underarms, bikini. So it is a beautiful treatment.
Yeah.
And beautiful meaning it works. Effective. That's what I mean by beautiful. Yeah. And I should, when I'm saying beautiful, I don't mean pretty or floral or flowery. So there's no aroma with LiftLab or Dome Beauty that I've noticed in any of our products that is ever even slightly irritating. So you have aloe, arnica, you have a really sophisticated level of hyaluronic acid that is ultra binding in moisture. So super effective ingredients that aren't going to be irritated to the senses, or like my husband uses this all the time. So there's nothing like feminine or floral about it either.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you. And Andrea says, thank you. Def ordering it. So you gave a great explanation, and yes, you will love it. Andrea, thank you so much for your question. And Michael, I hope I'm saying your name right. Michael says
Yeah.
Mikal says it saved my sunburn last summer. Going back to what you said about it being good to help with sunburn.
Yes.
And Joanne says good idea for after waxing. Definitely. Good.
Yes. If
Yeah,
you look at post waxing or post hair removal and post sun care, a lot of times they have SD alcohol in them. And that is an inexpensive ingredient that makes the batch bigger and it also feels cooling. Or they have menthol. Those are sensational ingredients. They do not have a nourishing quality for the skin. So we don't use anything like that in our products in terms of like caffeine and an eye cream because it's kind of like a band-aid. It doesn't actually work with the skin. So we're actually removing or tapering down that inflammation instead of just trying to cover it up.
right. And we do have before we go on to the next product, we did have a question or two about, I believe, the cleanser.
Yes.
Somebody asked, Babli, I hope I'm saying your name right as well. I'm sorry if I'm butchering anyone's names. She said, will it dry out the skin? And I believe you answered that, but I'll let you go ahead and touch on that briefly again.
Sure. Thank you for asking that. It will not dry out your skin. So we have a blend of 3 sophisticated oils. We have shea, jojoba, and Olivum 300. That's an olive oil that is processed for the skin to receive the benefits of it. So when you have that in a water base, so this will not leave an oily residue on the skin at all. It is a water emulsion. So what it does is those oils bond to oil-based debris on the skin. And when we mix the water with it, you saw how we foamed it up in the fingers. That water then wraps up those oils, that oil-based debris, and lifts it off the skin. So if you are oily, it will remove the extra oil. However, if you are dry and there's nothing to remove, it will condition that area. So your skin will be balanced while being detoxed instead of stripped because it is cleaning evenly everywhere. It's going to customize where you need conditioning and where you need extra oil removal.
Great. Yeah, I hope this answers yes, I hope that answers your question. Okay, great. So I just want to make sure we're keeping up the questions as we go so that we know
Thank
which
you.
you were asking about. But I'll let you continue.
Now, I want to talk about this brush because we're speaking about clean skin. And I'm very passionate about using tools or modalities or brushes that are going to address the health of the skin. So this beautiful eyeshadow brush that comes in our giveaway, this is a Dome Beauty brush. They worked really hard on these brushes. It is charcoal infused. So it is going to help maintain the health of the brush. It is synthetic fibers because we're going to be cruelty free in all of our products. And the texture of this brush, I'm telling you, is unlike any other brush I have ever used on my eyes. It is so beautiful and it deposits pigment without leaving a lot of residue underneath the eye. It is so soft. You don't have to go in one direction with it. You can really work back and forth and contour. And this is in our giveaway. So all the Dome Beauty brushes have a lot of thought that go into them. And I'm loving this brush.
I definitely agree with that as well because I have tried hundreds of brushes and the Dome ones are actually unlike any brush I've ever tried before. They're shaped really thoughtfully and uniquely, and just the way they feel, like you said, they're very soft, but you can tell they were specifically crafted to use the Dome eyeshadows, but also any eyeshadow you have. It's just a really unique experience and it works so well, for whatever look you're going for. So they're definitely unique brushes, and them being charcoal infused is really unique as well. And it's just awesome. So I definitely agree with that the brushes are really awesome. And we have actually that brush, the charcoal infused brush, is in our giveaway. And we also have a their cruelty 3-piece eye brush set. So 3 brushes at Boutique as well. So if you're looking for cruelty free, really awesome eyeshadow brushes, definitely agree.
Now, while we're on eyes, let's just keep going with the flow. I want to talk about our Lift and Firm eye cream. Love this cream because it lasts forever. So it is in a jar, and you just need to tap your finger. Now, you notice that it's green. That is from 17 Botanicals that offer super antioxidant protection to our most delicate skin on the body. And so, yes, if anyone asks, do you need a separate treatment for your eyes? Absolutely. Hands down, we are never too old or too young to start with an eye treatment. And if you don't have one, or even if you have one but you don't love it, give us, the 1 jar test. So at LiftLab, we guarantee that you will see and experience improvements in the health of your skin before 1 tuber jar is finished. Now, we're going to use the ring finger, weakest finger on the hand, most delicate skin on the body, and just tap it once. Now, that's it. That is a grain of rice size. That is all you need for both eyes. So between the 2 ring fingers. This is a cream. It absorbs and travels. So when you apply it on the orbital bone, and you can feel the round bone around your eye, you're going to apply it right on the orbital bone. So I always work out. The reason why we work out is we want to stimulate lymph drainage. So we want to get extra fluid away. If you feel like you have a little bit more cream on one side, like I felt it underneath my left side, so I just take it to my right. Notice I am going out to my temples. You always go out to the point where your crow's feet could start to form. We want to treat and prevent those. And then I'm going through the brow bone, and I go right above the brow because I want to lift and firm and keep this strong. I don't want those saggy eyelids. So if you notice, I am applying right on the orbital bone. This will travel down and treat the eye. When I apply on the orbital bone underneath the eye, it will travel up to the eyelid. Now, completely compatible with concealer, with makeup, with contacts. If you find that it is causing a little bit of blurriness, or you feel like product is in your eye, you're applying it way too close. Apply it on the orbital bone and it will travel up. You do not apply to the lash line. You apply it on the round bone. If you find that it is not compatible with your makeup, you're using way too much. Don't scoop, just a little tap, that grain of rice size. And all of this skincare is twice a day. Our skin is super lazy. Once it gets into the mode of whatever it's doing, it wants to stay there. So we need to use active ingredients twice a day to remind it how to behave. So your eye cream is definitely a twice a day. Lift and Firm is actually going to firm. It has ingredients that work on the surface as well as at a cellular level inside the skin. So we treat dehydration or the fine lines. We treat firming or collagen elastin. We treat puffiness and dark circles. All 4 of the main concerns with one cream, so you don't have to layer. So remember, when we talk sustainable, we're talking about a 4-piece regimen with the skin. Now, speaking of compatibility around the eyes, we have 2 really neat eye products, but we're doing, I think, 4 or 5 different eye colors in this giveaway. Like, this giveaway is worth over $500, everybody. Like, this is a really generous giveaway.
Definitely.
So we have the pressed shadow, and then we also have the cream shadow, and there's 2 of each. And these pigments are beautiful. They are all interchangeable, and just their staying power, again, a really high quality product. So I'm super happy to always layer my Firm eye cream and then my Dome eye colors. And then Dana, you use Dome eye colors, right?
Yeah, so I have the two different eyeshadows that Sarah showed. It's two formulas. There's the powder eyeshadow, the diamond metallic shadow, which are super, super pretty and in lots of colors, as Sarah said. And there's a couple of those in our giveaway. And then there's, yep, there they are. And then the eye jewel, which is really cool. It's a cream, like a moussey eyeshadow. It's definitely a really unique texture. And I've never felt anything like it. It's super, super pretty on the eyes. The name is super appropriate, an eye jewel, because that's exactly what it looks like. And they also have another formula of the eye jewel coming out soon, I believe, as well. So yeah, really, really pretty. Definitely, definitely. They're really awesome.
And then there are two cheek colors as well. Something really great that I found with the Dome cheek colors is you can use them interchangeably as eye colors. This Tahitian Sunset is one of my favorite to use on my cheeks and on my eyes.
Definitely. I love using multitasking with my products. Using blush for eyeshadow is something I do all the time. Not today because I have super green look, obviously, but I use the this is the shade Georgian Glow in the Dome Beauty blush, and I have this on my cheeks today as well as their highlighter. It's so, so pretty. I know my light's washing it out a little, but you can see it better back here. It's like a really, really pretty color. Has a little bit of a glow to it without being shimmery or glittery. It's just really natural and so pretty. And as Sarah said, we have, I believe, 2 different shades of blush in the giveaway today. So make sure you enter the giveaway because this is there's a couple shades. Are those the ones from the giveaway, Sarah?
They are. So we have English Rose, which is a little bit more pinky, and then Tahitian Sunset, which is a little bit more peachy. And I mean, I've used them both on my eyes and my cheeks. Again, talking about sustainable, all about something that just works. It's not too much. It's easy to use. That's like my word for spring, sustainable living.
Yep, sustainable and clean. Dome is all about clean everything. So that goes along with, LiftLab and sustainability and all the above. So it's like a match made in heaven with the LiftLab skincare and then the Dome makeup products that are going to go seamlessly right on top and just, you're going to have a totally flawless, sustainable, clean routine. So.
And when we talk about clean, I can tell you firsthand that LiftLab does not believe in animal testing because we test on employees and our families, which is really fun because we use really nice ingredients, nice meaning effective and appropriate ingredients. So not only as a company do we not test on animals, but we source ingredients that have certificates that don't test on animals. So we take it a step further and just really make sure that on all levels, we can feel really good about the products that we deliver. As my CEO says, we pass the red face test. That means that what we say about our products, won't make us have a red face because it is the truth. So I have to tell you now about my last skincare product we're going to discuss this evening, and it is one that most people in my house use. So we have a couple jars in different bathrooms. Lift and Moisturize. Lift and Moisturize is probably my favorite moisturizer I've ever used. If I had to pick one for the rest of my life that I could only use on clients and only use on myself, it would be Lift and Moisturize, because it is so versatile. It is ultra hydrating, very dewy. Your skin almost feels like it's had a drink, but it doesn't leave a film. So anyone can use it. If you are super, super like alipoid dry, you'll feel like you want to put a serum underneath. But you can use this even if you're combination or really oily or acneic, and it won't cause irritation or breakouts. Our peptide, CPP, is clinically proven to reduce inflammation and stimulate healing, which means collagen and elastin, and hydrate at the same time. And that's inside the skin. It's not on the surface. So we combine that peptide with another active peptide, Sinuraj, that strengthens the bond between the layers of skin so they can communicate. As our skin matures and gets older, it starts to stop communicating and the layers of skin stop working together. There's a specific peptide that keeps that going, that conversation and that renewal going. And then we also have a blend of silicones. Now, when we talk silicones, sometimes that can be like a really scary word. Not the silicones that we use. Grand Sil DNAM is a blend of 3 silicones that are non-comedogenic. So their job is to turn a gravel road into a sheet of glass. So if you have imperfections in the skin, it's going to put on like a net, like a fisherman's net on the skin. So you have the structure, or think of like a tennis racket, but you have nice big holes in it. And the silicones are going to go to where they're needed and reinforce the skin so it can rebuild and become that smooth sheet of glass. You also have the most sophisticated form of hyaluronic acid on the market, which is again going to address moisture binding below the surface and not just sit on the surface of the skin. So this can work as a moisturizer and primer. This can work as an anti-premature aging treatment. This can work as a hydrator to help the body stop producing extra oil when you're dehydrated. Multitasking. And I'll show you what it looks like. So again, we just tap. And so I have like a fingertip amount, and then I press between my fingers like that. And then I distribute on the face and always work out. Split the face down the middle, stimulating that drainage, that lymph, getting rid of toxins going towards the ears and down the neck. I always work across the neck because it's hard to move your hands properly on the same side.
Yes.
And notice how I'm pressing into the skin. There is no need to rub skincare into the skin, ever. When you have medical grade skincare, these ingredients are going to go to where they're supposed to when you simply apply it on the skin. So your fingers are a vehicle to apply the active ingredients and you let them work. That's why our scientists in our labs put these formulas together so they work on their own. We don't have to force them in the skin.
Yeah, that's a really great tip because I've always, most of my life, have been so used to, this type of thing. But ever since, our events with LiftLab and with Sarah, I've been taking a lot of her tips and, working outwards instead of upwards. A lot of us have always been told work upwards because it's like lifting up. But as Sarah said, it's really about working outwards and the drainage because it actually helps depuff. So yeah, everything she said about lift and moisturize, Alex actually said, so like a primer, like, yes, like Sarah said, those silicones in there are really going to smooth everything out. So a lot of popular primers on the market, any pore filling primers, those are actually silicone based, but this lift and moisturize that Sarah's talking about, it has those, sophisticated level silicones in there that aren't going to, pill up or irritate the skin, because I always have problems with silicone and pilling. But as Sarah had said, that does not happen with this. So if you have problems with that and you want to knock out your primer and moisturizer in one, this is the one. And then it's also a great, base for makeup. Like, the Dome Blush and Highlight just lays so smooth on the skin, and it doesn't enhance, since the silicone smooths it out. If you apply highlighter, it doesn't enhance the texture or anything like that. So yes, 100% like a primer.
And to talk to the primer aspect of it, this is a water base. It is not anhydrous. A lot of primers are anhydrous, or they don't have water in them. So all of our actives, our peptide actually comes from a water or aqueous environment. And so it's really happy and thrives in water-based formulas.
Mhm.
And so this is not going to be like a pore clogging, pilling, chunky product like so many primers are.
Yeah.
It has an additional quality of becoming a primer, but we did not actually originally make it to have a priming quality. We made it to help reinforce the function of the skin, because our skin wants to be like a sheet of glass and nice and smooth. But in real life, the assault that happens from the environment takes parts of that function away. So what the silicones do is lock in the active ingredients and allow them to build the skin back up. And they wash away with cleansing. So this will never be comedogenic or pore clogging.
Nice. Yeah. So
And
that's
then
really awesome.
I've got to give a plug about the Dome highlighter.
Same.
Okay.
Got it. Got it.
I always want to use a highlighter. And I have two issues with highlighters. Number one, it ends up like a disco ball, like I've gotten into my kids' glitter projects. Or number two, it enhances the dehydration on my face and I can't stand it. And so I always shy away from it. Not anymore, I have to tell you. The Dome highlighter is amazing. And however they manage to make this color, it is universal for all skin tones. Like, I am the fairest of them all. I'm pretty close to translucent. And, you know, our teenager, she is probably like a Fitzpatrick 3 or 4. She has a beautiful mocha skin. And this can work on her skin as well as my skin. And there are no glitter pieces. Like, it just gives that little touch. And it hydrates the skin at the same time. So when you're talking about like a great hydration duo, Lift and Moisturize and the Dome highlighter, which are both in our giveaway, beautiful. You cannot go wrong.
Agreed. And Alex actually says, can you demo the highlighter? So I am actually wearing the highlighter from our tutorial earlier today, but I can put on a little more since we're right here. I know, sorry, the lights, you know, wash it out a little bit, but you can see that it just gives like the prettiest natural glow. And you can build it if you do like a more intense highlight, you can definitely, you know, build it up. But as Sarah said, you know, it can just give you like the most like beautiful lit from within glow. And it's such like a pretty formula. It's very like soft and it's not powdery. So it's gonna, you know, hydrate, as Sarah said. So I'm gonna apply a little bit more so you can kind of see. And I'm trying to do this like in this camera, so it's kind of difficult. But you can see it intensifying right here. It's a really pretty formula, and as Sarah said, it is beautiful on almost any skin tone. It's just such a versatile color. So you know, this will work on a wide array of people. And we actually have Geneva here from Dome Beauty, so I'm gonna have her hop in as well. We have a bunch of questions, so I'm gonna have her hop in and she can answer questions about the makeup and Sarah can answer questions about the skincare. So I'm gonna have Geneva pop in. Hi, Geneva.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So I'm going to go through some of the questions that we received. We already did some for the skincare, but I will pull some up here. So this was from the skincare before. I believe this was in reference to the cleanser, and Andrea had asked, is this for daily use?
Definitely. So everything that we mentioned today is for daily use. You can use the Detox Cleanser, actually do a double cleanse, so it will be effectively 4 times a day if you did a double cleanse morning and a double cleanse evening. If you do a double cleanse in the morning, I recommend that for skin that's extra oily. If not, you only need to cleanse 1 time in the morning, but a double cleanse at night for really almost everyone, unless you just have not went anywhere and you haven't had any SPF, any environment, or any makeup on the skin. So safe enough twice a day. Yep.
And I believe this was also in reference to the LiftLab products. Bobley says, is it good for sensitive skin?
Yes, we are a medical grade skincare line, and we're predominantly found in plastics, derms, and pharmaceutical locations. So we are exceptional for pre and post-op skin and pre and post-procedure skin. And that is the most of sensitive skin. So whether you are sensitive, which is a natural skin type, or you're sensitized, which any skin type can experience sensitization, whether it's from the environment, over processing from products, or anything you can think of, you can always use LiftLab products.
Yep, great. So I believe this was when we were talking about using the Dome blush. Alex says, love to do that for monochromatic looks. I think she's talking about using the blush on the eyes. So Geneva, have you ever used the Dome blushes on your eyes as eyeshadow?
Yeah. So I think Tahitian sunset, it's like such a nice, like beautiful base color for
Mhm.
so many people. Like you can just just keep on building on that. And then everything like the blush and our diamond shadows. The diamond shadows just they have similar formulas, but the diamond shadows just have just a touch more glitter. But like they work really great for like that monochromatic when you just want to have like everything the same. Yeah, they blend really beautifully too.
Yeah, definitely. Sarah had mentioned doing using the blush as eyeshadow, and that's definitely a great idea, especially when you want a cohesive monochromatic.
Yeah.
So
Or just don't want to put in much effort.
exactly that too. So thank you, Alex. Anne Marie, hi Anne Marie. She has said Sarah's the perfect face for these products. Skin is glowing like mad.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I use Dome and LiftLab exclusively. I honestly don't need any other makeup. I'm really happy with Dome. And LiftLab, I've used them for 8 years since I've worked with the company, and I've actually seen some really great things happen with my skin. My pigmentation, I had horrible, horrible acne and had to take Accutane and had serious pigmentation left over, and LiftLab has helped even that out.
Great. And this is for both brands. Alex says, thanks for being cruelty free. Of course. We love working with brands that have really great values and missions, and Dome and LiftLab really both, that's what they're all about. And that's why we love working with them at Boutique. Anne Marie had a question about the skincare, because you had mentioned it being one of the products being water-based. She said, what do you think about brands that are selling the idea that they're better because they use aloe versus water as their base?
Such a great question, Anne Marie. When you talk about formulas and you talk about skincare, it's not one ingredient that is going to make or break the product. What needs to happen is that you need to use high quality ingredients and processes at every step. And even if you have high quality ingredients, then you need to take it a step further when you have high quality ingredients, and you need to use the proper concentrations. More is not always better. However, 1/100th of an active dose does nothing. So it is all about the integrity and the formula coming together. So then I would ask these companies that are using aloe, cool. Tell me about the aloe. Tell me what that does with the actives. The way that we source our actives is we use active ingredients that are designed for a water-based formula. And we do extensive testing on our peptide to make sure that we're using active doses. So there's no dilution in our products. That's why you experience an improvement physically and visibly before one tube or jar is complete, because you're getting proper doses to work and activate the skin and see that improvement in the skin. So I think the idea of an aloe-based product is cool. I would want to know how it's formulated and how it works with their actives and their other ingredients. It's not all about just one ingredient. It's about the whole recipe.
Yeah. Anne Marie says, exactly, it's the active stuff that counts. Yep,
Really?
definitely. That's a really great answer. Thank you, Sarah. So I was wondering, and I'm sure some other people are wondering, I have a question for Geneva, since we were talking all about sustainability and clean beauty, and Sarah touched on it a lot. I know Dome is all about clean beauty. So can you just tell us and the viewers about Dome's 360-degree clean philosophy and what that is and what it's all about?
Yeah, so the 360-degree clean, a small part of that is the ingredients. We also take into account the application. So all of our brushes are like charcoal infused because they have antimicrobial properties. And then we also go into the packaging too. So this is our highlighter, and if you look at the texture, like it's made of rice husk. So yeah, it's fun. Like it's one of those things that those little details that we like. And then we have like this is like FSC type paper because everyone always just like throws these away or recycles them after. And then we also have like a soy-based ink. And then the fourth part of that, it's like really what the whole company was founded on is inclusivity. We come from like mixed race backgrounds, and we wanted everything to just like work really well on everyone's skin tone. And then like me as a makeup artist, like I have a really good understanding of like undertones and everything. And we kind of designed our line around like people who are like, coming from different cultures and stuff. And we worked really hard on the sustainability factor too, because even though like they tend to be a bit more expensive, we just want to do whatever we think is right for the planet. And then we just also became Leaving Budding certified.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Congrats, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's really awesome. Like I said, we really love working with brands that are, doing their best to help the environment and the planet. And both of these brands really do that, LiftLab and Dome. So we're really proud to be working with both of them. And we're really proud and excited to be able to do this giveaway for you all so you can try products from both of these amazing brands. So Sarah has some LiftLab right here and Geneva has her Dome. So if you haven't already, the link is posted in the comments below and in the description of the video, but there's a quick form that you fill out. It's very brief. And then you just have to be following LiftLab and Dome and Boutique on Facebook and Instagram, and you are totally eligible to win this huge $500 giveaway from these amazing, amazing brands. And Anne-Marie, we have another comment. She said, love that even the ink on the packaging.
Yeah.
So about the Dome packaging. So that's really awesome. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all the questions. Thank you all so much for all your questions. These were really great. And we have a couple other comments as well, about the eye makeup. Thank you so much, Mikal, about the makeup from the tutorial earlier. The face is Dome Beauty, the blush and highlight. And then there's some St. Patrick's Day eyeshadow. So thank you so much for that. We had a couple other comments. Bob Lee said, great skincare products. Absolutely. Rosa said, your makeup from this morning looks fabulous. Thank you so much, Rosa. And thank you for joining the tutorial as well. Alex was talking about the Dome highlighter. She said it looks very radiant. Yes, absolutely. You can see here when it hits the light, it's like the most beautiful glow. So if you want to win this in the giveaway, enter the giveaway, of course, and also you can buy this on Boutique NYC. And we have other comments as well. Joanne says, love that versatility. I believe, I don't even remember what this product was she was talking about, but a lot of these products are very, very versatile, like the blush, the LiftLab products Sarah discussed. So lots of great stuff here. Alex said, love the science behind LiftLab. The moisturizer sounds amazing. Beautiful products from both brands. Absolutely, 100% agree. And Joanne says, this was very informative. Thank you all. So I believe that's all our comments. So I want to say thank you to Geneva and Sarah, of course, for joining us for this event. This was really awesome collaborating with both LiftLab and Dome. And we're very excited to share this giveaway with you all, of course. So yeah, thank you guys so much. And please enter our giveaway. Again, the info is in the chat below. And other than that, we hope you have a great evening and a great weekend and stay safe and well. And good luck to you all in our giveaway. So thank you all and have a good night. Bye.
Thank you.